Yo, what's up guys? It's me, XC, coach of your Rome Braviary. And today we have our Week 2 team builder versus the Durban Dragonites. And they have a threatening team of Keldeo, Ferrothorn, Chandelure, Electros, Armaldo, Dedenne, which isn't threatening, Mega Swampert, Politoed, Mamoswine, Espeon, and Clefairy, which is like Baby Clef. So we've decided to go with this team today. Now I will have these. Like I said, I will have the team up on the screen for you right now. I'll edit that in because I'm smart and I know how to edit and stuff. I know. I'm smart. So first off, we have the very first match of running with this. Wait a second. I've already played this match, right? I've already played this match. I played that entire match with a 80 defense Scizor, 4 attack. I had 160 EVs on my Scizor I didn't even use. That's great. Oh man. Well, you guys will see if it made a difference. Hopefully it did not, but you'll see. So we started out with what was like a mixed Fizdef Scizor with a 80 defense. I guess 16 speed to outspeed speed creeping, 4 attack because originally I had I think I originally had I don't even have 240. I had something, I don't know, but that's funny as hell. Whatever. But yeah. So this is I guess my spread. I like to keep a tactical 160 EVs in the back just in case I wanted to add them on mid match. That's not how it works. But yeah, we're bullet punch, U-turn, roost, defog. Basically, U-turn allows me to pivot around his team. I can get in on threats that don't want to be in with Scizor, like say Mamo's in. Probably doesn't want to stay in against a bullet punch. They could kill if I was like max attack, but I'm not. So I could be close to max attack. So I'd click U-turn there and I'd pivot out into something else to beat whatever he switches into. Roost to keep my health up. I'm running a semi-stall this week, semi-stall-ish balance. So whenever I got low, I'd obviously roost up, and defog for hazard removal, obviously. Next up is MB4 knockoff, the new Porygon 2, new member of my team. He's pretty solid. So I have Tri Attack for stab, Shadow Ball for Chandelure, Toxic for wearing down walls like Politoed, and Recover to obviously heal up. Now the main reason behind this trace is just in case he's running Flash Fire. I expect him to prepare enough to the point where he's not running Flash Fire. He'll be running Flame Body or Infiltrator, one of the two. Hopefully no Flame Body burns, but we'll see. And yeah, this is basically my spread. With this I believe I can live 2 Specs Fire Blasts with this investment. So I can switch in on a Chandelure Specs, Modest, take a Fire Blast, and then swap out to something else to take it on. Actually, I have nothing else. I can swap out to Pringles, yeah, if he specs. Next up, speaking of Pringles, is your boy Pringles. Alright, Pringles is running a mixed defensive spread this week with a 76 defense. I forgot what the exact calc was. I believe it was to, yeah, I think it was to take I think it was to take 3 HP grasses from a Specs Keldeo. This thing is my switch into Keldeo every time if he brings it. I don't expect him to bring it considering I had the best answer to Keldeo in the entire game. But if he does bring it, I do have my switch-ins, and it's this. And it can take on Keldeo easily. It can fire back with Energy Ball. Energy Ball hits Swampert. Energy Ball hits Politoed. Scald can burn things. This will be a very important Mon in this match. I have a feeling in my gut that this Mon's going to help carry me through this match. Will-O-Wisp is obviously to burn things like Swampert if I'd rather burn them. If I wanted no, I don't have set up Mon, so I don't know why I'd burn it, but yay. It's for anything that Scald wouldn't kill or Energy Ball wouldn't kill, but I just want to make less of a threat. So now to move on to Bolt. So last week my biggest problem with Bolt was that he wasn't doing much on this as far as offensives go because he was so busy getting worn down. He was getting absolutely obliterated by rocks and plus Life Orb. So I decided to go Expert Belt this week. Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, HP Grass, and Volt Switch. Thunderbolt hits a lot of his team. Shadow Ball hits things neutrally, and it hits what super effectively again? What was it? Espeon. Hits Espeon super effectively. And HP Grass is for Swampert, Mamo, stuff like that. and Volt switches to get momentum, obviously. I'm running Modest this week, actually, because there's nothing on this team that outspeeds Jolteon. I almost ran Max Speed Timid, because Max Speed Timid actually outspeeds Scarf Politoed by 1 point, but I don't think he's going to bring Scarf Politoed, because I have Jellicent, which is like the end-all be-all answer to Scarf Politoed, and I think he's going to want more rain turns. And up next we have OnePun's Dildo. It's max HP, almost max defense, Curdly, with some speed investment to avoid speed creeping. No, it was actually just speed creep, his base 45, I think. Does he have base 45? I sped crept some, no, I think I sped crept Armaldo. That's what I did, I sped crept Armaldo. And it has a Yachi Berry, Stealth Rock, Grass Knot, Toxic Recover. Yachi allows me to take an Ice Punch or an Icicle Crash from Swampert or Mamoswine and fire back with a big Grass Knot. Grass Knot does like 90% to non-invested Mamo. Non-defensively invested, Spadef invested Mamo. And Grass Knot, I think it like OHKOs offensive Swampert 100% of the time, which is pretty dope. And here we have Mew. Mew as Scarf Mew. It can outspeed Adamant, max speed Swampert in Rain, but I doubt he'll be running Adamant. But hey, it's worth a shot. I didn't need any more speed because like even running max speed Scarf, I didn't outspeed Timid Swampert. Not Timid, sorry, Jolly Swampert. So I have Fire Blast for Pharaoh, Psyshock for Stab, Keldeo. Psyshock is I almost ran Psychic, but then I determined that I just want Psyshock just in case Calm Mind killed. Grass Knot for Mamo and Swampert and Politoed, I guess, hits decent. And U-turn for momentum and hitting Espeon decently. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this team. I think that the biggest problem will be Adamant Life Orb Mamo if he brings it. Adamant Life Orb Mamo actually 2-hit KOs this entire team, which is not fun. Oh, I mean, I think it does like 45 to Porygon 2 here, but yeah, it's not fun by any means. This is actually EV to, well, actually no, it's not EV to anything. I think I had it EV to like live Adamant Life Orb Mamo Earthquake 2 times over, but apparently I didn't have that, so yeah. Well, this is my team. I'm pretty happy with it. I didn't spend as much time prepping this week as I did last week, which I think is actually a good thing for me, because last week I was so like into prepping that when I lost, I felt super bummed because like I'd spent like 10+ hours prepping for one single game, and then when I lost, I got super just bummed out, and like I didn't want to like play Pokemon for the next 2 days or so. I was just kind of like, nah, I'm good. But I think I'm feeling pretty good with this team. So I guess I'll just cut this video right here, and you guys can see me in the battle. And we're back with the battle, and this is one hell of a battle. Alright, let me tell you. This battle was dope. And that might be in a different way than you think it would be, but it's dope. So I see his team, and I'm like, oh, thank God. My first thought was, oh, thank God. No Mamo. No Mamo. Thank God. That's great. No Mamo is such a big boost for me, because I had not much to take on Mamo, and then I looked again, and I'm like, wait, no Electros. Electros also gave some work against me, because I didn't have a Volt Switch. I mean, I do have a Volt Switch immune in Jolteon, but like, Jolteon's weak as hell, like on the defensive side, so it wouldn't take it too well if he went for anything else. But I see Shandy, and I'm like, alright, Shandy's the biggest threat on my team. I need to take Shandy out. How do I take Shandy out? Well, let's start out. Let's see how. Let's see how I take out Shandy, because I forgot. So I lead Jolteon, predicting Shandy, alright? Now, the thing I'm scared of is Scarf Shandy, alright? Because Scarf Shandy, I think, does like it either kills or just does a metric fuck ton with Fire Blast. So I switch out into Porygon 2. And I see that he's Flame Body, which is not good for me, because I can't switch him on Fire Blast, that means. But it's fine. He went for Shadow Ball anyways, which is good. So I'm immune to that. And I go for the Shadow Ball here as it goes into his Politoed, which it does a decent amount of damage. 17 isn't terrible. He's not lefties, I see, so I'm like, okay, what is he? He could be Scarf Toad. I didn't think he was Scarf Toad from that damage, but he could have been. So he Toxics me, and I'm like, no, dude, that's not good. Toxic is really bad for Porygon 2, especially considering it's my main answer to some of his offense. Well, not my main answer, but a semi-answer to some of his offensive presence, like Shandy. So he switches into Espeon here. and I go for the Tri Attack. Makes a good prediction. Let me do Tri Attack and not Shadow Ball again. I go into Scizor here because even HP Fire won't hurt me, and that's a Heal Bell. And I'm like, yo, what's this Espeon set? I don't Heal Bell at Espeon because Espeon's a super offensive mon, right? But I see lefties too, and I'm like, oh, that's defensive Espeon. So I Mega here and U-turn out because I knew HP Fire wouldn't do anything to me because I'm in the rain. And I go into Cradily. So I know he expects me to go into Rock up here, so I expect a Espeon switch in. So I double out into my Mew, predicting Espeon, and then I U-turn on the Espeon, and I realize he's defensive, and that's where I'm like, oh. And he wishes up, and I just U-turn again here, and this is oh no, this isn't right here, this is right here. Yeah, he U-turns on, I U-turn on Swampert, I go Cradily. Alright, so I'm Yachi, right? So I mean, I obviously live Ice Punch anyways, but Yachi even more so. So I Grass Knot here just to make a safe play, because I thought he would either switch into Espeon or stay in here, and he switches out an Espeon, sadly. So we have to deal with that later. But I just make another switch hard into Scizor. Scizor, like, okay, I didn't think he was HP Fire. Wait, let me explain my reasoning for this. I really didn't think he'd be HP Fire, given that he has like Heal Bell and Wish. So I'm expecting like Protect and it's like Side Shock or something. I don't think he'd be Mono HP Fire. That'd make no sense against my team with Jellicent. So that's why I didn't fear it. Chandelure comes out, I U-turn on it. I U-turned oh, and then that burn really kind of sucked really badly. But we pull through. We'll pull through. We can live on. We can live. So I go Mew here, making him maybe fear the Custberry knockoff or something. So I double actually, because I think he's Scarfed. I really, at this time I'm testing to see if he's Scarfed. I really do think he's Scarfed, so I switch in Porygon 2. Goes for Shadow Ball. I'm immune. So he's gonna switch out into his Ferrothorn. I have Toxic, predicting a Polytoad switch, but it's okay because Ferrothorn's in, and I can do something I really wanted to do now. Alright, so he leaves cheated on Mew. Alright, this is why Mew is the best mon in the format, dude. Not the best mon, but one of the better mons in the format. Because you never know what it's gonna do to you. Sometimes it's defensive, sometimes it just OHKOs you with a Scarf Fire Blast. That crit only mattered if he was running a certain amount of Spadef investment, and if it did matter, there was a roll anyways. So I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks a little bit, but even if it like didn't kill, like it still would have done like 95. So, and it would have been back up to like 13 or more maybe if he had lefties. I think he did lefties. I have no clue. Yeah, he did have lefties. So yeah, he would have been back up to like something else, but he still would have died to like most any hit on my team. So the crit didn't really matter that much. He comes out to Shandy now. Of course, I'm fearing the Shadow Ball, but I actually predict him to predict my switch into P2, and I go into Jellicent on the Flamethrower. And I was pretty proud of the play. So I Scald up here, Rain Boost. Oh, I Energy Ball, actually predicting the switch into Polytoad. Man, I'm making them hella predictions, man. So he goes for Toxic here. This is a big part of the match, right? That burn on my Scizor actually helped me. No lie. Oh, actually, that didn't help me. I don't know why I said that. Because Toxic doesn't affect Scizor. I'm dumb as hell. Ignore me. But, yeah, the burn wasn't the worst thing in the world, actually. Because I would have gotten burned with all these Scalds that he's going to hit me with anyways. That he could hit me with anyways. So I just used this thing, like, the whole game is momentum. So I U-turn here, he protects. So I'm like, okay, so he's some sort of protect set with Toxic. I U-turn again here. He goes into Swampert. That's fine. I bring out Mew again. I think he's going to fear the Grass Knot. And he's going to switch. So I U-turn predicting a switch. But for some reason he stays in against a possible Grass Knot. And I U-turn out. So now I have to go into Jellicent, which is fine. Because Jellicent just takes that waterfall, eats it up all day long. And he switches out into Armaldo. And I predict a switch and I Scald. And Armaldo's dead. The first time it comes in. And then Polito comes out. And he can't touch my Scizor. I mean, he can touch it, but like it's not going to do enough to like really stall me out. I can just stall at his rain turns. I predict his Protect on my U-turn, on my potential U-turn, and I Roost up here too. I'm making mad predictions this game. So I U-turn again here, and I expect a Scald come out, so I go Jellicent. And then I fear the Toxic again, so I'm going to obviously switch out back into Scizor. I'm just really wearing this Politoed down. I U-turn again on a Shandy switch, which is fine. I just go into, what did I go into again? Yeah, I go in Jolteon. Jolteon, like, okay, so I was fearing Scarf again. I was still fearing Scarf. So I predict that, and I go back into P2. and he flamethrowers again, and I live on one, and I recovered. That was a roll. I think it was in my favor, though, so it's fine. I don't feel too bad about it. So I just double here. I double here. No, I don't double. What did I do? I don't know what I did. I lost track. Oh, no, I knew it was Scarf, so I swapped into Pringles. So he's just going to wish up on my Scalds. There's not much I can do to it. But besides stall it out of heal bills, which is what I was doing at this point. I don't like to be stally, but like, look at my team. My team's fat as fuck, dude. I had to stall sometimes. And he switches into Politoed. And Rain Boosted Scald are nice. No burn, but he gets the wish. So again, fearing the Toxic, he just keeps his only win con is toxicing my Jellicent, and he just can't do that if I keep switching to Scissor. And he's gonna Scald my Scissor, which is fine. I'm already burned. I mean, he's only not gonna be. He's not gonna be doing enough to kill me if I just keep roosting. He predicts my switching to Jellicent again. I didn't do it. I didn't want to risk Jellicent. I think a U-turn here. Yeah, I make plays this entire game. I go okay. Favorite turn of the entire match: Yachi Berry on the Ice Punch, Grass Knot by Swampert. That's the dopest thing ever. That's your boy. That's your boy Dildo. So he goes SP on. I'm not fearing anything from this thing. I don't think he's Shadow Ball. He's just Psychic, yeah. And I just Scald back and do a lot with Rainbow Scald, and I get the burn. So he has to either Heal Bell or Wish again, which is like this is just a stally at this point of the match. This match is basically over at this point. I'm just making sure he can't switch into Politoed. So yeah. This game's kind of pretty much over at this point. There's not much he can really do. He goes into Shandy, and I go for the Energy Ball, okay, but like I have switch ends still. I predict him to, actually, here I predict it. That crit, like if it was like a higher roll crit, could have killed me, I think. But the point of this whole thing was I thought he was gonna predict a switch into P2 and Flamethrower again, so I just stayed in. Luckily, the crit didn't kill, and I just Scalded. And now I know that he's locked in Energy Ball, so I just go Scizor, and I just U-turn, because there's nothing you can do to my Scizor. And then when I U-turn, I come into my boy, Bolt the Jolteon. He's been in the back the whole game, and I get a kill. And at this point, Jolteon cleaned up, and he just forfeited. So I won the match 6-0. My first ever win in the Draft League format is 6-0. I'm 1-1 in the GPL, and I'm pretty happy with myself, not gonna lie. Next week, I don't know who I take on, actually. Yeah, let me check that real quick. Let me check. I play... Yeah, wait, let me check right here. GPL schedule. I play next week. I am taking on the Waterloo Weaviles and J-Mac. That would be fun. But yeah, me versus J-Mac, the Waterloo Weaviles. He's got a threatening team, but I'm ready. After this win, I'm motivated. I'm pushed forward to go on and win this whole league. I really am. So, thank you all so much for watching. It means a lot to me that if you actually watch this whole thing, not gonna lie. I'm very happy with this week, and I hope to succeed in the future weeks.